My name's Patches Carney, and this is Practically Catholic. Today we're going over the greatest sin, which actually there's two sins that are mentioned in this chapter, and that is pride and envy. And within this chapter, Peter Kreeft goes into the difference between a spiritual sin and then a sin of the flesh, and how when you're pride and envious, you're acting like a devil. And when you fall to lust, then you're acting like an animal. So it's pretty funny how Peter Kreeft explains envy, because he literally says it's the stupidest of sins, because being envious does not bring you any sorts of pleasure. Any sorts of pleasure at all. And so it's just funny that he's like, envy's so dumb, why do we do this? Now, one thing that is super important to mention when we're on the subject of pride is finding the difference between pride and confidence, because when you beat yourself down so much and you're afraid of pride and you're beating yourself down like, oh, I'm terrible, da da da, that is not good. And that can lead to very tough spots in your life. And in my own life, I have definitely done this, of just constantly beating yourself down of, I'm not good enough, da da da. And I almost think that that is good for me to keep that perspective, but no, there's a difference between having confidence in yourself and pride. So the easiest way to look at this is God created me as His son. And so when I beat myself down, it's stomping on His creation. When you're confident in yourself, there is no sense of pride in that. It is an appreciation for what God created. Now, a good way to make sure that you are not falling into the trap of pride or envy, just remember this 4-word summary that God gave St. Catherine, which is, I am God, you are not. That was not 4 words. I'm God, you are not.